this was the same people running this, though, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the same 3 guys.
You are confirming to me right now that the Bob Perch channel, the Carrick Artman channel, and the Somer Himson channel are all run by the same people.
Yeah, those 3 at least, and likely more.
Okay, so there it is, everyone. You heard it. Because for some reason that was also a point of contention, even though I thought I made it pretty clear that it's like most of it is circumstantial evidence, but the problem is it's such obvious circumstantial evidence, in my opinion at least. But now we're getting all the hard evidence at least, so that's why I was so happy to do this.
I think it was so easy for you to see that this is what was going on because you make things and you do this for a living and you know how much work goes into it. And I think that the reason why I was so okay with joining this and being part of this channel was because I thought that it was pretty obvious, because I have also been on this side of it before, and the idea of putting out 3 videos a week seemed so clear that no one could believe that that was really a person. I thought that despite all the marketing and the name of the channel, I thought for sure people would understand that this is not just one person.
Reading my comments, I would say at least 70% of them were saying I had no clue. I thought something was a little off, but I never knew it. Like, I watched this channel. I got people saying they feel guilty about watching this channel because they enjoyed it and they liked it and all this stuff. Like, literally probably 70% of the comments were people saying they didn't know. They had no clue. So, so talk to me about the raise situation. You were told that you would possibly get a raise in the future, and what happened with that?
Right. So like early on when I got recruited through Upwork, I was told that there would be the opportunities to discuss a raise. And so I got like a couple months into working for them, and it was coming to the point where these rewrites were consuming my life. And I was like, if I'm gonna keep doing this, I need to be paid at least an hourly rate that would only punch up the pay to like 30. I'm not gonna say the currency because then they'd know where I live. But 30 currency more. Yeah, they said no. God, there are details I wish I could give. If you ever do a follow-up video, I'll think about giving more details. They gave like alternatives to a raise, and it wasn't enough, and then I left.
So for these videos, you were basically aware of essentially every single position of people working on this. So did you ever see who was doing the narration?
If you look at the graph I sent you,
I'm looking at it right now, and I notice that there's a little empty thing there.
I had honestly never noticed it before your video, but it's always empty.
It's always empty.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. That is very, very interesting.
It's really interesting. And at first, when I heard that your claim in the video, I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way it's a voiceover. He's just bad at reading. and now looking back, there's never a picture for them.
That is fascinating.
The bit in the video, in their response, where they say that there's no way they can prove that it's not an AI voice, they could just cover their face and just show their mouth. Of course.
So did you ever talk to anyone else on the team, but like any of the other writers and that kind of stuff?
No. No. I only ever talked to the guys, and at one point, because in every script I would reference clips from the show, and then I would have to give timestamps for where those happen in the episode for the editor. And then at one point, they were getting notes from the editor that my timestamps weren't correct. And I was like, where is he watching them? Maybe we should sync up in because I'm watching these on Paramount. He could be watching them on Netflix.
I see.
And so they asked, and so they were like, yeah, let us go talk to the editor. I'm like, why don't you just put us in a chat together? And then the editor was like torrenting them, and so they asked me to torrent them, which I think is illegal.
That's actually really fun. So yeah, so as you kind of discussed previously, that's a big part of the reason that all of this feels so disjointed as well, is because there's no actual communication between anyone essentially.
Right.
I'm also looking at this screenshot and it says script request. Does that mean that's the person who like writes the chat GPT thing basically?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Script request. Yeah, that's the guy.
And that was usually done by one of the three guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with how many channels these guys run? Or like do you know the scale of their operation outside of this stuff that you have been part of?
I only know these three, and they told me about a Family Guy channel, and at the end of their response video, they referenced that other channel where they copy casually explained. But yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But I do just want to say the weird, like,
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
Überall warten Geschichten darauf, entdeckt zu werden. Manche leise, manche laut. In Worten, Figuren, Gedanken und all den kleinen Momenten dazwischen. Geschichten haben die Kraft zu berühren und zu verändern. Und manchmal lassen sie dich nie wieder los. Also lass dich begeistern, lass dich inspirieren und finde deine nächste Geschichte. Thalia.
incel rants that they have.
Yes. I don't. Where do you think that comes from? Where do you think the incel stuff comes from? Because I noticed that too. Obviously I pointed out the major one with that weird like 3-minute rant in the one video. Do you think someone's like adding it in, or do you think it's the writer? Do you think that like what do you think? Where do you think it's like literally coming from?
I think it's got to be one or all of these three guys.
Okay.
So much about their response. Did you watch like when iDubbbz was going after Rice Gum?
Oh yes, I was there.
Their response reminded me so much of Rice Gum because they kept like thanking you guys for watching all their videos.
Okay. Let's then talk about the response video, because I do want to get your opinions on it. First of all, is there anything specific from that video that you immediately were like there's no way?
The little rants that they go on towards the end where they say that you can't pay writers peanuts and expect good content. I fully agree with that.
Yeah, you're totally right, Carrick. You are totally right. Well, let me just ask you this: do you feel like, and I want you to be 100% honest here, as like don't even like genuinely. Do you feel like I did anything to misrepresent them?
Okay, 100% honest. I think the video, and this might just be because of like the way that YouTube drama works, but I thought it was a little harsh. I don't think that I think that these guys, it's literally like three guys who quit their day job and decided that they can make a profit off of YouTube. And they had a really bad business plan, and they got sucked into the drama of the internet quickly and got defensive and started, the cancel culture thing that they kept bringing up was really goofy. I think their worst crime is lying and underpaying their workers. The use of AI is just stupid. The organization of their company is just stupid. But I don't think that they're bad people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess then that is my fault for making it come across that way, because I don't think so either, honestly. I get why they're doing what they're doing, and it's hard for me to hate on a hustle, you know what I mean?
Right.
But what I do, the reason I got so frustrated is because I knew from the beginning that they were lying about all this and being so dishonest about it. And I think that's what made it so frustrating for me, especially when this is when they're doing this, and like I said, in my opinion, this is hurting our community. And obviously this is not just affecting our community, it's all of YouTube. I got comments from tons of different niches, from like Warhammer videos, from anime videos, like YouTubers commenting on that video saying this is a huge problem in what we do too, you know. So I think because I care so much about this, I got a little carried away. I will admit that.
I don't know why they wouldn't just come clean.
Yeah.
It's so much worse of a look to keep digging yourself into the lie.
Course.
They haven't. I don't believe that to this point they've done anything terrible. I think they've done a lot of embarrassing stuff, but it's nothing that's gonna get them like finished as quickly as like putting this act on is gonna. And I did just like in general want to say that a lot of the stuff that comes across as them being like malicious and hypocritical, it's really just like stupidity. I think it's bad.
You just think it's incompetence?
Yeah. Every couple weeks they seemed pretty quick to like be starting a new channel, and I don't know if that's just because like they hadn't broken into the Family Guy a niche of the internet yet, or because they were like expanding from like a much larger network.
My whole like side thing I did about that like Indian or like that Pakistani company of the thing, you don't think that's related at all, right?
No, they probably hire people from all over. Definitely places in India and Kenya. If you go on Upwork, most of the writers are from countries outside of the US.
Okay, gotcha. And Upwork, that's basically like Fiverr for more specifically for writers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my first time being involved in like YouTube drama.
Hey, me too. So, this is
it's like a heightened version.
Yeah, this is I don't like it. I hate it already. It's very, very stressful, and I don't like it.
Yeah. If you leave this in, can I just say to them at Carrick Artman, if you guys are watching, I think there's a way for you to move through this. Just be open about the process that you used and apologize for the lying, and I think you'll be fine. Yeah.
I very much appreciate that. That's so good. Yeah.
Can I give a quick PSA about AI? I just wanted to say to people out there with creative aspirations, don't use AI to cut corners at any point in your creative process. If you use it in the beginning to get the idea, know that you will need to go through at least 5 more drafts before you come to something that's actually good and human and authentic. Don't use it as the end product. Don't use it as the thing to communicate to other creatives. Use your own mind. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's it.
And I totally agree with that too. I don't think there's anything wrong with using AI to some degree. Even in creative things, I think you can use AI if you want.
Yeah.
Just that it's not the solution. That AI is meant to help and assist. It's not going to be the final product. And I think that's and it's not going to be even close to the final product, I should say. That doesn't mean revise one draft, you know. So
you can't just ask someone to revise a AI. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one. See you.
So one thing Stan sent me afterwards that we didn't get to talk about in the interview was this little document here. So basically, this is the official Carrick Artman template on how to write one of their videos. It is 9 pages long and very in-depth. I'm not going to go into it completely. I'm going to leave it in the description if you want to look at it, but I am going to go over a few parts that I found very interesting. So you may remember from the first video that we said that Carrick Artman probably took his title format from the channel Lavender Coffee, who had a couple of videos like that. Well, as it turns out, we were 100% right, because this entire master script document is 100% based on that video. It literally goes through the video with timestamps telling you what they're talking about and how you can basically copy it. And see, the whole point of this document is not teaching you how to write a good script, it's teaching you how to write a script that will get long retention. For example, it talks about funny elements and how more people watch the funny parts of the video. To keep our viewers entertained, we should keep a lot of funny elements in our video. Nostalgia and relevance play a big role in the creation of our scripts. One part we will need to include is referencing memes our viewers will connect to from their youth. Think about funny vines, for example, or referencing other TV shows they grew up with like Family Guy. The creator shares a lot of personal opinions and experiences throughout the video. This also reflects in the comments. And I think this is my favorite part of the entire document because this kind of just encapsulates their entire channel. Viewers experience some sort of connection with the creator because of the creator being vulnerable and sharing his own personal opinion and experiences, which they later implicate on themselves with their own experiences, feeling as if they are going through /will be going through the same experience the creator has. The viewer really sees themselves in the creator. And that is what disgusts me most about this channel, is just how disingenuous they are to include that while knowing that there's nothing vulnerable or personal or real about anything they are sharing with their audience. I do recommend you go give this entire document a look because it really just shows how disingenuous everything is and just how calculated it is to get you to watch as much as possible.
Oh,
Hello?
hello.
First, I just want you to tell me like what was the process of like kind of getting into this situation? Like how did you end up working in this situation?
So initially, I was working for a guy named where he'd basically make a bunch of celebrity drama, and then I was headhunted from there by the VO. I'm not gonna say too many names. Actually,
Yeah, you don't have to.
It's still an income source.
Yeah.
And I might need it in the future, so I'm trying to
Gotcha.
be careful.
Kennt ihr das Lächeln von Chibo? Es steckt in jeder Tasse Chibo-Kaffee. Das Lächeln findet ihr ganz in eurer Nähe. Und in unseren Chibo-Filialen, wo wir jeden mit dem Duft von frischem Kaffee willkommen heißen und mit Vielfalt überraschen. Genießen wir das, was uns seit über 75 Jahren zusammenbringt.
Das gibt es nur bei Chibo.
About it being me leaking information about other clients, because this is what I'm doing, but I've also signed a nothing. They don't make use. I haven't signed a single thing.
Okay.
And I've like worked actively on channels before for them, so
Yeah.
there's no like NDAs or anything that's keeping me
Okay.
from talking about anything.
The channel that you worked for in the past, was this like what were they were making like fake news stuff, like ChatGPT
was,
news
like-
stuff, or like what was it?
It was very technically true kind of things,
Okay.
but where they would milk it for all it's worth.
Okay.
Where like when the Diddy situation stuff
Yeah.
was all over the internet.
Could you
These
possibly
guys-
send me the channel?
Oh, there's multiple. So here's
Yeah,
Here's,
this
here's
is
Love
exactly what I was thinking
Uh-huh.
it was. I'm familiar with these.
So I basically edit for these. It was $30 a video, and then you could make one of these in like an hour, sometimes less.
Wow.
So
They
it was-
have so many subscribers too. That's crazy. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure he bought the accounts.
Like he botted them or he purchased the accounts?
I think he purchased the accounts.
Okay. Interesting.
So this guy's slop stuff went down, and then I look in my DMs. I've already been like shuffled off to a new company with different people, and they're so organized. It was like walking to a different like world organization wise from what I was in. First what I joined, it's like I actually found a company to work for. They gave me all the tiers and stuff.
You mentioned that you were in like there was like 140 teams or something like that.
Yeah.
So
There
okay.
were so many teams.
So in these we're all running different channels.
Yeah, different people. Basically, someone comes in, they send our guys the money, and then we put them in a Discord like folder with a few channels, and then you work with them from there. Where they either send you like reference like